We should look at Jim Schwartz right now for the final 4 games. I don't know what they're thinking. Kevin's gone. God, if they bring him back, I don't care what the reports are, folks. If they bring Kevin Stefanski back, this is going to be an unmitigated disaster again next year. It is. And I have nothing personal against the man. I wish him the best. His time has come and gone in Cleveland, Ohio.
If they get to the point where they're not sure they should fire him, fine. But you better have a better replacement lined up, ready to go.
This is not an attractive job.
Who's going to take it?
I'm sorry if that offends Browns fans. With the situation with the cap sheet, with the situation with the offense.
You're going to go through 3 years of hell.
With the noise of Shedeur right now, this is not an attractive job. You are not going to get your first choice.
Yeah, I agree with that wholeheartedly.
The Cleveland Browns sit at 3-10, officially eliminated from playoff contention, and another season is slipping away right in front of everyone's eyes. It feels familiar, exhausting, and painfully predictable for a fan base that has seen this movie far too many times.
Shedeur looked great. I thought he looked great. He gets better every week. It's so obvious that all the kids needs is game reps, let alone practice reps. Let them play the damn games. Can you believe we wasted our time?
If anyone is searching for accountability, Tony Rizzo has made his stance loud and clear. This isn't just frustration after another loss. This is about a coaching staff that repeatedly steps on its own momentum and, more critically, appears to be squandering what could be the most promising young quarterback Cleveland has had since Baker Mayfield. When Shedeur Sanders stepped into that stadium, the atmosphere changed. The building had energy again, fans were standing, and for the first time in years, Cleveland felt alive instead of resigned. That doesn't happen by accident, and it doesn't happen without real quarterback presence. Now let's reset the moment. Saturday's loss to Miami ended 29-17. A score that looks respectable until you realize the Browns were in position to control that game. This wasn't a blowout. This was a winnable football game that slipped away because of decisions, not talent. Shedeur Sanders led 2 fourth-quarter scoring drives, pulling a stalled offense back from a double-digit deficit. The crowd felt it. The sideline felt it.
What you're watching is a joke. And these special teams, every damn day. Every damn day. Every game. Punt return, punt blocked, kick returns. You started the game. They started the game at the 50-yard line. Nobody gets fired.
Cleveland felt hope, confidence, and momentum building around a quarterback who wasn't just managing snaps, but commanding the moment. And then came the decision that flipped belief into disbelief. At the goal line, during a critical 2-point attempt, Kevin Stefanski pulled Sanders off the field. The quarterback who had just reignited the offense was suddenly watching from the sideline while Quinshon Judkins came in for a wildcat look that everyone saw coming from a mile away. It wasn't deceptive. It wasn't creative. It wasn't bold football genius. It was predictable, conservative, and disconnected from the flow of the game. The reaction was immediate and loud. Shannon Sharpe couldn't hide his frustration. Skip Bayless was stunned. Even rapper Sexy Red took to social media asking why Sanders was benched, with one post pulling in 88,000 views alone. This wasn't just Cleveland noise anymore. It became a national talking point overnight. But Rizzo's anger goes far beyond one failed call.
The kid just led you on 2 scoring drives. You're going to take him out at the goal line? I tweeted it.
This is about a pattern, one Browns fans know far too well. A coaching staff repeating the same errors season after season while accountability never seems to arrive. Special teams remain a glaring issue. Against Miami, the Dolphins returned the opening kickoff to midfield, instantly setting the tone. Against Tennessee, a team that hadn't scored an opening drive touchdown all season, they marched straight down the field and punched it in without resistance. Then came the mistakes that feel routine now.
I can't believe how poorly coached this team is. The mistakes were unbelievable.
Jerome Ford fumbling while running laterally on returns. A false start on a punt leading to a shanked kick. Another return fumble from a player who had already put the ball on the ground multiple times the week before. And to complete the chaos, a blocked punt. This isn't bad luck. This is coaching failure. A special teams unit that hasn't been corrected and a head coach who refuses to make uncomfortable decisions.
I think he did well. I think he looked good. He came up big when we needed him to. And there's going to be some ups and downs for anyone, especially a rookie. But he went in there, and he looked composed. He escaped out of some sacks, broke the pocket. Made some big time plays, and just looking for him to continue to grow.
These aren't isolated lapses. Poor clock management, predictable play calling, Special teams breakdowns, taking your best players off the field at the most critical moments. This has become the identity of the Stefanski era, and fans are tired of pretending otherwise. What makes this situation even worse is how it impacts the locker room. Players notice when momentum is ignored. They feel it when the hot hand is taken off the field. Confidence is fragile in the NFL, and pulling a rookie quarterback who just delivered back-to-back scoring drives sends a confusing message to everyone watching.
His throw to Judy was a thing of beauty. His throw down the sidelines to Harold Fannin was right on the fingertips. Insane. The kid's starting to make the Browns. I don't know about the Browns.
For a young quarterback like Shedeur Sanders, moments like these matter. Trust matters. Rhythm matters. Development doesn't happen in isolation. It happens in pressure moments where leaders are allowed to lead. Taking those reps away doesn't protect a quarterback. It delays his growth. And now the conversation turns even uglier. The Browns front office, the same group that once believed Dillon Gabriel was a better quarterback prospect than Shedeur Sanders, now holds the 4th overall pick in the draft. The Raiders need a quarterback at number 1. The Jets need one at number 3. And insiders are already hinting that Cleveland could be targeting yet another quarterback, Jackson Mendoza from Penn State.
Reminded me of the Bake Show when he had the stadium rocking, right? Did it not? Baker bringing you back from, bringing you back from a fourth quarter, chucking the ball all over the yard, feisty, getting hit, getting right back up. Kid's a field general, man.
Yes, Mendoza showed poise. Yes, he made solid throws. But are the Browns really prepared to repeat history? Draft another quarterback while Sanders continues to improve weekly, earning trust inside the building and praise from Myles Garrett. When Myles Garrett, the best defensive player in the NFL, publicly says Shedeur Sanders looks more composed and comfortable each game, that matters. That's not media hype. That's locker room validation from a leader who knows what real progress looks like. Maybe.
I'd keep my coveted number 2. I've got a couple extra. Do we have an extra 3 or 4? I don't know. What I'm saying is I would not press the quarterback thing.
Just maybe. The Browns already have something worth building around, and either Kevin Stefanski doesn't see it, or worse, he sees it and refuses to act on it. That's the most frustrating part for fans watching this unfold week after week. The play calling stays conservative and painfully predictable. The in-game management continues to fall apart in real time, and the decision to pull Shedeur Sanders for gimmick plays and high-leverage moments shows a serious lack of feel for the flow of the game. This is a 2-time Coach of the Year, and yet somehow, the team has regressed every single season since those awards were handed out. Tony Rizzo isn't holding back anymore. He's openly calling for a full organizational reset. Fire Stefanski, fire the special teams coordinator, and seriously evaluate Jim Schwartz over the final 4 games.
You don't deserve a coaching job, for God's sake. They know what you're doing. No one's throwing the ball. And when Quinshaw threw the ball, it almost got intercepted. It's a fucking joke. Every damn day. Every game. Punt return, punt blocked, kick returns. You started the game. They started the game at the 50-yard line. I know owners of sports teams that would have fired these people on the spot yesterday. Enough of this shit. You got to be out of your mind to watch this garbage. The Browns are garbage.
Because what's the alternative? Running it back for year 6 of the same mistakes. Drafting Jackson Mendoza, pressing reset again, and watching Sanders, arguably the highest upside quarterback Cleveland has had in years, sit while his development window quietly closes. The frustration isn't emotional noise either. The numbers back it up. In a head-to-head matchup, Shedeur Sanders outplayed Cam Ward, the presumed number 1 overall pick. Ward had every advantage. First-team reps since May, full off-season prep, and a system built around him. Sanders? He was QB4 in training camp. Limited reps, minimal practice snaps, and yet he looked like the better quarterback. Sharper accuracy, better touch, more composure when the pocket collapsed. That seam throw to David Njoku, that's a throw of the year candidate. The deep ball to Elijah Moore, picture perfect. The sideline dart to Jerry Jeudy, professional grade execution. Yes, he threw an interception. Yes, his footwork still needs refinement. Yes, he has a habit of patting the ball before releasing it. But these are correctable mechanical issues, not flaws in processing speed or arm talent.
The worst offense in the league, your GM screwed this quarterback thing up like I've never seen. In my life, I've never seen anything like it. Kids that play Madden could have done a better job.
What makes this impressive is that Sanders is cleaning those issues up in real time with limited reps behind one of the weakest offensive lines in football. That matters. The The comparison to Baker Mayfield's rookie season keeps coming up, and it's not unfair. The fearlessness, the way teammates rally around him, the confidence when plays break down. Cleveland hasn't felt this type of quarterback energy since that magical run, and everyone remembers how that story ended. The organization overthought it. They chased analytics favorites. They got cute instead of committed. And now Baker is thriving in Tampa while Cleveland is still searching for its next savior. This is why Rizzo's argument hits so hard. Development doesn't happen by accident in the NFL.
I think all along, Mary Kay, as you know, with our quarterbacks and our young players, you're always making sure that you're making the right decisions for our guys. And I think he has constantly and consistently gotten better in each one of these games and how he's approached this game. He's been working very hard. So I feel good about where his development is heading. He knows there are always going to be plays that he can be better and those type of things. But he's very intentional about getting better each and every game he's out there.
Young quarterbacks need belief from the top, consistent reps, and an offense designed to grow with them. Pulling Sanders in big moments sends the opposite message to the locker room. Quarterbacks don't just develop physically, they develop emotionally. Confidence builds when coaches trust you under pressure. Taking those moments away doesn't protect a young passer, it delays his evolution. Rizzo's solution is simple and logical. Use top draft picks on offensive tackle and wide receiver. Build around Sanders. Give him protection. Give him weapons. Find out what you truly have instead of chasing the next shiny name on a draft board. Because here's the uncomfortable truth nobody wants to say out loud. There's likely only one elite quarterback prospect in this draft, Jackson Mendoza, and he's going top 3. After that, it's a gamble. So why would Cleveland, sitting at pick 4, force a reach at quarterback when they already have one developing right in front of them? Ownership has a decision to make. They can listen to the same voices who rank Dillon Gabriel above Shedeur Sanders, the same voices overseeing a 3-10 season, the same group that can't fix special teams, keeps calling gimmick plays, and repeats the same tactical errors every Sunday. Or the Browns can finally recognize a hard truth that this organization has ignored for years, that sometimes the best draft pick is the one you don't make. Sometimes development matters more than draft position, more than hype, and more than chasing the next shiny name on a board.
Kevin Stefanski's status. Heat index. 1 to 10. 1 to 10. 10 is you're fired. It's just a matter of time. 1 to 10, right now, 7.5 on the heat index. I don't know how you're going to save your job, Kevin. I don't. I want somebody in that building to tell me why this guy should be back next year. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? You have the worst offense in the league. Guy's an offensive coach. Enough. Enough. You're going to run this guy back out here? And I'm not trying to get people fired. I just can't watch this crap, Chris. I can't.
Of course you can't. Riz, the Browns offense last year scored 15 points a game. They're only scoring 13.5 this year. They got worse.
Maybe, just maybe, the quarterback who entered training camp as QB4 is actually your franchise guy. And the only thing holding him back is organizational stubbornness, not lack of talent, not lack of composure, just a refusal to see what's right in front of them. The clock is ticking fast. There are 4 games left in this season from hell: Chicago, Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, and one final chance to decide what direction this franchise is heading. That's 4 more opportunities to watch Shedeur Sanders grow. 4 more chances to evaluate whether this is real progress or just fear holding the Browns hostage again. But if you're listening to Tony Rizzo, if you're watching the tape, if you're hearing Myles Garrett publicly endorse Sanders, then the answer isn't complicated. Shedeur Sanders can play. That much is already clear. What he hasn't been given is a real chance. Not spot starts, not gimmick packages, not competition with recycled veterans or future draft picks. A real opportunity as the unquestioned starter with an offense designed to support him. That's the line in the sand for Kevin Stefanski. His job should depend on whether he can see it, whether he can adapt, whether he can stop getting cute, and finally let his most talented quarterback play football. Because right now, Sanders isn't just being held back, he's being wasted. This season is being wasted. And if ownership doesn't step in, next season will be wasted too. Cleveland deserves better. The locker room deserves clarity.
Dillon Gabriel looked like Dillon Gabriel. His luck finally ran out with the picks. He also gave up a safety. Chris, I've seen enough. I said I've seen enough last week. But if Shedeur can't stay healthy, you're going to get him on the field. Chris, did he work out on the field before the game?
Yeah, tried to get loose and get ready.
How do you get hurt? They won't even let the kid play.
Riz, I can't explain it.
Phantom back injury, huh? Okay.
And Shedeur Sanders deserves a fair runway, not a ticking clock attached to someone else's indecision. At some point, accountability has to matter more than pride. Coaches either grow with their players or they become obstacles to progress. The NFL doesn't wait for comfort, it rewards adaptability and conviction. Great organizations don't panic draft quarterbacks every 2 years. They identify growth, commit to it, and build around it. Cleveland keeps restarting the process instead of finishing it. Tony Rizzo isn't being dramatic anymore. He's being direct. The Browns are 3-10. The season is over. The only question left is whether anyone inside that building has the courage to make real changes. Changes like cleaning house, like Rizzo is demanding. Changes like stopping the cycle of repeating the same mistakes while expecting different results. That's not strategy. That's dysfunction. Right now, the Browns are operating under insane decision-making, insane play calling, and insane personnel evaluations that once ranked Dillon Gabriel above Shedeur Sanders. The fans are booing. The media is roasting. And Tony Rizzo is leading the charge, demanding accountability from an organization that has grown way too comfortable with losing. It's time for Cleveland to wake up. Because they might already have their franchise quarterback. They just need to stop getting in their own way long enough to let him prove it. If you agree, drop a like, leave a comment with your thoughts. Share this with a Browns fan who needs to hear it. And subscribe for more real NFL breakdowns.